The world of work is dying quietly. No protests, no headlines, just empty offices and glowing screens that never sleep. For over a century, a job was more than a paycheck. It was identity, stability, the rhythm of modern life. You learned one skill, worked one role, and traded time for security. But in the age of artificial intelligence, that contract is breaking. AI isn't just changing what we do for work. It's rewriting why we work at all. This is the story of how traditional jobs are disappearing and how a new kind of workforce, part human, part machine, is quietly replacing them. Welcome to NextSpectrum AI. This is the death of traditional jobs and the rise of the AI workforce. Work used to mean survival. Then it became structure, and finally, identity. Factories gave way to offices, blue collars turned white, and we told ourselves that progress meant stability. The job, 9 to 5, one desk, one title, was the perfect invention for the industrial world. It offered predictability in exchange for obedience, consistency in exchange for creativity. But AI doesn't need predictability. It thrives on change. It learns, adapts, and evolves faster than any management chart ever could. The old system was designed for a world of slow progress. The new one moves at the speed of intelligence. In the 20th century, factories defined wealth. In the 21st, it's models and data. The tools of productivity have changed, and with them, the very meaning of a job. Once technology helped humans do work. Now, it's beginning to be the work. A marketing team replaced by a prompt. A translator replaced by a model. A customer service department replaced by a voice that sounds human, but isn't. This isn't science fiction. It's the daily upload of human skill into code. AI doesn't need lunch breaks, benefits, or motivation. It scales infinitely, it learns continuously, and every time it gets better, someone's role becomes redundant. But this isn't a tragedy, it's a transformation. Synthetic labor doesn't erase opportunity, it redefines it. The ones who understand how to direct these systems will replace those who only knew how to perform within them. In the old economy, we built factories of steel. In the new economy, we build factories of thought. Every revolution divides society between those who embrace the machine and those who compete against it. When steam replaced muscle, laborers became machinists. When electricity replaced manual work, operators became engineers. Now, as intelligence replaces cognition, workers must become orchestrators. The new class divide isn't between rich and poor. It's between those who command intelligence and those who are commanded by it. Prompt engineers, automation strategists, system designers. They're the new builders of the digital age. And yet, there's another side. Entire sectors, from law to design, from analysis to education, are quietly collapsing under their own automation. The middle class, the consultants, analysts, assistants, once protected by specialization, are being rewritten out of the system. Their skills haven't lost value. They've lost scarcity. And in the economy of intelligence, scarcity is everything. AI doesn't care about hierarchy. It rewards adaptability. And those who cling to the old structure will find that the structure no longer needs them. So what replaces the traditional company? Imagine a startup with 3 people and 300 AI agents. One handles strategy, one writes code, another creates content, analyzes data, manages outreach, all through synthetic intelligence. This is the AI workforce, not a company, but a cognitive network. It doesn't have offices. It doesn't have departments. It has functions. And when those functions can be automated, the line between employee and enterprise begins to fade. A single individual can now achieve what once required entire teams. This is not the end of employment. It's the beginning of empowerment. The question isn't, will AI take your job? It's, will you learn to manage one? But there's something deeper here, something we rarely talk about. If work no longer defines who we are, then what does? For centuries, we measured worth in productivity. You were what you produced. Your hours defined your value. But AI breaks that link. When intelligence itself becomes abundant, human value must come from somewhere else. Maybe it's in the things AI can't replicate: curiosity, taste, empathy, vision, the human layer of meaning, not measurable, not replaceable, just rare. Because when machines can do almost everything, what remains valuable is what remains human. The death of traditional jobs doesn't mean the end of purpose. It means a rebirth of it. In the next decade, millions will lose what they thought was security, but millions more will discover something they never had: freedom, to create, to build, to design lives that no longer orbit around a paycheck. AI won't destroy humanity's need for meaning. It will force us to find it again. The future of work isn't about survival. It's about reinvention. And the world won't reward effort anymore. It will reward adaptation. We are standing on the edge of a quiet revolution, one that won't be remembered for what it destroyed, but for what it allowed us to become. Because in every era of change, there are those who adapt, and those who are adapted around. The choice, as always, is yours. Stay curious, stay human, and as always, stay ahead of the spectrum.